Hello, 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 and welcome to All Abilities Explained for TEPPEN. Let's jump right in. So we're going to start nice and simple with Rush. Rush speeds up the first attack after the card is played. So when you're using Rush, you'll see that normally it'll take some time before your cards are ready to attack. With Rush, it will almost immediately make your cards able to attack and they're ready to shoot, ready to go. Only give your opponents a couple of seconds to respond. That's what Rush is. Next one is Flight. Flight is if the unit directly across is not a flight monster, then you're going to be able to attack the hero directly. And if it is a flight monster, then they'll attack each other. So you'll see here that my monster's Flight. I can attack his hero directly, but when his hero attacks, he has to hit me. Very, very strong unit. Basically like direct attacks for life points if you think Yu-Gi-Oh! Next is Death. Just think of Hearthstone, Death Rattle. It's triggered when your HP reaches 0. The effect is activated before going to the graveyard. So in this example, you'll see when my unit dies, something will happen, this effect happens, and yeah, very straightforward. Nice, simple ability to get to understand. Alright, and next we have Victory. Victory is triggered when defeating an enemy unit with an attack or counter. So, using this Mikado, nice simple victory effect condition, he'll get +1/+1, which means his 2 will turn to a 3 and his 5 will turn to a 6. But he's +1/+1, nice simple, whenever you defeat a unit. Very, very straightforward. Alright, next is Art Charge and a number. This gives art points for whatever number that is. So for example, if I'm using Shockwave with an art charge of 1, it's going to give me 1 art charge. So very simple. Your art charge is the number in the bottom left corner, which lets you do your special. Now we have When Played. This ability is nice and simple. It's triggered when you use your MP, which is this number, the cost of the cards to summon, from your hand or your EX pocket. So if we take a look at Sagat, his When Played is he'll do 2 damage to an enemy hero. That's what I like about this game. All the abilities are very straightforward. There's only a couple of confusing ones. But yeah, it's really nice. Next we have Attacking. So Fei Long is a good example of this. It's triggered once the attack gauge reaches 100, so that's right before it hits the unit, and the effect is activated before the damage is dealt. So with Fei Long, when he's attacking right before he hits the unit, he's going to deal 1 damage to the enemy hero, and he'll do that damage before he dies. So very good example to get some direct attacks, at least with Fei Long. Other units have different effects. Really cool though. Just know that it'll happen right before the damage is done. Alright, next is Agility. All this is, it'll double the attack speed gauge. So if we remember how it looked for Rush, just think of how slow those things were going up and down. If you have a unit that has Agility, the attack speed will be doubled. Shield. It will nullify damage taken for 1 time only. So think of Zangief as a good example for Shield. So what that does is, if you have let's say an enemy unit is just played a card that buffs their attack really big for 1 turn only, play someone with Shield, it will nullify that damage, and then they'll be good to go, and your units will be nice, strong, and healthy because they got a free shot. Right, next is MP Boost Number. So this will increase how fast your gauge is going up by a percentage. I have 20% here because that's what most of them are 20%. But you'll have something like an Iris will have MP Boost 50, which means she'll increase how fast your gauge is going up by 50%. Very, very good to have. So your gauges will go up faster, and then you'll be able to summon a lot more cards, more units, and do more spells. Nice. Alright, so next is Seal. Seal is basically silence. It will nullify all abilities and effects on the unit. Units can still gain effects after being sealed. So let's think of Zangief. Zangief has his shield, You play this card, TZ Yaku, and you'll basically silence his shield, just like Hearthstone, and or it'll silence it, make it go away. Or like Fei Long's example, make his attack bonus go away. Or Mikado, it'll make his victory units bonus go away. It just silences their ability. But even after they're silenced, you can replace a ability on top of the silenced unit, and that ability is fine. So that's what it means, that they can still gain effects after being sealed. Alright, next is combo. I like this one. It's just units who have combo, they deal damage twice when attacking. Let's look at Rajang here. If you have like a bonus card that gives him like 2 attack or something to make his attack up to 4, he'll now do 8 damage because he'll hit twice. He'll go boom boom. So attack plus damage attack cards are very good for those that have combo on it. Alright, next is Halt. Halt resets the attack gauge. So remember, think back to the beginning, those gauges that are going up and down. It'll reset it, so bring it back to the beginning. Very good to use on rush units who are ready to attack. And when they're halted, the target is unable to attack or counter for some period of time. So for example, this is Agony here. It's going to inflict halt on an enemy unit that costs 5 or more for 5 seconds. So for 5 seconds, it's not going to be able to attack or counter. Very, very good, very strong ability. Next we have is Resonate. Now Resonate is kind of complicated because it's triggered when you're using your action card. I like to think of magic cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! But when you're using your action cards, your opponent's gonna be able to respond to your action cards. And then now that's where the resonates come into effect, because every time it's activated, something's going to happen. So here, this unit's going to get 2/2 every time it's activated during the resonate. It can become very powerful. That's why this unit costs 7, but only has 3/4 attack, because it can keep adding up during the longer you chain those combos. So very strong units. Alright, next is Veil. All this is kind of like a magic shield. Prevents targeting by an opponent's action cards and hero art. So someone like D here, who has 2/5, it can't be targeted by opponent's action cards. So think of it just as a nice magic shield that they have. Nice strong ability. Pierce damage. So this is very simple and efficient. It's Pierce. It will deal. So this is a Storm Tornado example. When you defeat an enemy unit with it, the excess damage just goes to the enemy hero. So here, deal 6 damage to an enemy unit. Let's say if it only had 4 life, you would deal the excess 2 damage directly to the enemy hero. Alright, then there is finally, there is Revenge. And this is when defeated, it goes back to your deck instead of the graveyard. And the cost is reduced to half. Very strong ability. You can only use that once, so one time only. So for this Cerberus example, when it dies, it'll go back to your hand, and it'll gain +1, +3. So it gets very strong. Revenge can be very, very strong. Alright, and that's it. That's all the abilities that are out currently right now in the base version of this game. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. I also do a lot of auto chess videos too, so I'll be coming out with more of those. If you're interested in auto chess, tune in for those. Tune in for more of these TEPPEN. I'm really enjoying this game, so I'm probably going to make some more videos of that. Thank you guys. See you guys next time. Bye.